Abaisha policy be say na efe ye kai say nurses training allowance 2017 say ya and man penny that na Kufu adokoda na di wo braf mantemu wie na let ne baye MPP abaye be kwa wie no na nurse for no kase sika no emma. Do you believe in government? Sa semu abaye kan de wasanse a wo ye enkoye 9-day wonder ya ko ba se bedu be afi na mo twa na emma. Who say we the abaye or commitment the padodo amo ko tertiary educations awodo a yedemo basa policies no in the first place amount ndo do say pass ka say pa na omonye bi no omozakai.
Well, first, about the amount that has been given. Yeah, it depends on the course they pursue.
Okay.
You know, those doing education, they have different fees they pay as compared to those doing nursing or medicine.
Okay.
So irrespective of the amount that is charged by any institution, once the institution validates and says and tells the government that we are taking 3,000, we are taking 4,000, we are taking 5,000, 10,000, the government is just ready to pay that to the students and subsequently to the institutions.
It's a range, scan or range.
Yeah, it varies depending on the courses they pursue.
They're so you're saying so far that you know.
Well, we know that those doing medicine, they pay
Kessben.
much more than others, medicine, engineering, and others. Yeah, so
medicine for instance, when you say,
yeah, depending on the institution too and what is being issued to us. So I'm just being very careful at mentioning the figures.
But no, I say a tier for TBC be ubinya say so that we can know the range. Sika omu inyai because you say no fee stress policy. But how much amount to saying in himself when you admission no co-university you sika utria
yeah, exactly.
And he said that by tria ne who say be the by tria no we need share cost no bit me tria ni nyina and I be tria fa amount. How is it?
Yeah, so what was paid was what the institution is charging, but that is not inclusive of their accommodation.
Okay.
That is not inclusion of their accommodation, but whatever would go into their academic, facility or whatever they do at the universities or technical universities or training colleges, per the admission letters. This is what we're working with.
Okay.
And that is what the government. And initially you were asking of whether, this promise can be fulfilled.
No, before you go on that, the obi a who say you tried the amount to be na who so nyae. It's very important.
We haven't paid any student less than what they paid to their schools.
So it must say na wo hu de na wo hu figure be na wo hu so far.
Just as I said, there are variations in the figures.
I understand the variations. But so far, obi am fane de me kire say me sa aka me de say ni tua ma me. I want to know the figure.
Okay, so I would get the figure as we go along because some of them have given us some screenshots.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to scroll to get that for you.
Okay, that's right.
Just so
that's
I'm
right.
scrolling. So.
That's right. Okay. So now let's look at the sustainability.
Okay.
Say 9-day wonder.
Yeah. So I think someone sent 2,995 here.
Okay.
Yes, and the name is Gaddafi Osman.
Okay.
Yeah, for the no fee stress. I've seen that one here. If I'm able to get another one.
That's even enough for me. 2,950.
95.
95. Okay.
Yes.
Good. That's fine. That's fine. So who say we are back about the full na she be a bedu baby na fe mo sa be suatre yen central force aban kan and money ade commitment aban dia sade na se who say.
Well, very well. I think His Excellency, the President John Dramani Mahama, is a man of his words. This was a manifesto promise. And then from there to policy and now to actualization. And then we have heard in the budget that some allocation of 499 million has been done. And Get Fund is also being called upon to be on standby to support the fund anytime the need be. and there are other funding sources that government is working at, adding, just so there would always be a flow of funds, just so we would have the payment sustained. So, like I mentioned, it's a promise. Whilst in opposition, so the government came, it could have decided not to pay for the 2024-2025 academic year because they started their education when he was in opposition. But because it's a promise and he is the promise keeper, he says, no, I wouldn't allow you. Once I've been, you've entrusted your mandate on me to be your president, I will make sure that the promise I made, I fulfill it. So I will start with you, even though you came in as students when I was in opposition. So that alone tells us that he is ready to ensure that this particular initiative lives to see the light of day.
Ishmael, pay.
Thank you so much, my brother. We are also grateful for the opportunity.
Yaro Ishmael, Deputy Head of Corporate Communication, Masuden Slow Trans, in charge of no free stress policy, Abapa Wontoma,